one is broken and one is like just I cannot hear any sound on that.
Yeah, but the E string's broken, right? So just take it out. Yeah, just remove it.
Yeah, but the other two, like I think the sound like seems off. It was okay before.
I know, but I mean, if you don't want the E string flying around, so just take it off.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah.
I muted you. What? Oh, you muted yourself, not you.
Unmute. There we go.
The muting situation is different than last time, I'll tell you that. Because I can't... There were some... Okay. I'm gonna try muting you and see if I can unmute you. I think that was the thing that's... Yeah, that's crazy.
The same one.
See, if I mute you now, I used to be able to also unmute you, but now if I mute you, the damage is done and I can't unmute you again.
Oh, okay. Do you want me muted right now?
Yeah.
You do? I won't take it personally.
Yeah. Yeah, this way I can talk to Akila, who I haven't met yet. So.
Hi.
Hi, Akila. Let me know when you're ready to show your lovely face so I can meet you. I feel like it's not real unless I see your face.
Oh, no worries. I'm just getting my violin out.
Okay, wait, Olivia, so in the meantime, we have to tighten up your A string a little bit.
Yep.
Is there like a setting about this whole muting thing?
Yeah, I think I'll just unmute me. It's fine.
Okay, so let me hear your A, Olivia.
It's like, oh.
Yeah, you're gonna have to tighten it a little bit, just so that it doesn't flop around. Yeah.
But this is like not working. I don't think it's working.
You're gonna push it in also, as well as up. Or else it won't stick. Hi, Casey.
Hi.
How are you? Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
All right, and then we got Akila. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Even though I like your initial, obviously. Big fan of A.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Good. All right, so has everybody tuned the violin yet, or no? Neeling,
Mine's tuned.
You are tuned, Akila?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Neeling, are you tuned? Okay, Casey, are you tuning right now? Okay. All right, that's cool. And Michael, I already know you're tuned. Okay, cool. So, we are expecting a few more people, but in the meantime, can you guys unmute yourselves? I'm having a problem controlling the muting compared to last time. So I don't know why. But I wanted, allow, yes. I wanted to introduce some of you to each other. So I have a couple of students from my previous semester, Absolute Beginner class, and that would be Olivia, Casey, and Neeling. So they know each other, but they don't know Michael Anthony, who is a more advanced student who has just come here to show off, basically.
No.
And
Just to practice.
yeah, and actually, so one thing is when you get more advanced, if you want to practice something hard, you kind of have to do it with something easier. So I might ask him to do things that you guys have never heard of, so that it can be the appropriate amount of challenge. And then we have Akila, who I barely just met. So you said you've been playing a little bit before, right, Akila?
Yeah, I played in middle school and high school.
Oh,
Oh,
very
I have
nice.
a question.
Yes,
What class is this?
beginner.
Beginner, okay.
This
All
is a
right,
good
that
one for
was-
you because intermediate was like 2 steps up yesterday.
Yeah, I just needed to know which resource button to click on.
Got it. Yes, beginner. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, good. So let's just start with. I have to make sure your guys' setup is good because it'll help me to help you. So I'm on the page. I'm using this website, which I have to rename to make it personal, but it's not renamed right now, and I think you can see the Kajabi on the website. Anyway, I'm on the beginner class website, and I'm gonna share my screen.
Oh, perfect.
And then basically, yeah, this is what we're going to do today, and you can come back and refer to this. So first of all, I have a question. Let me just make sure I can see everyone's hand before I ask. Okay, so raise your hand if you're calling from a computer. Wait, Olivia, is that a yes? Olivia, you're calling from a computer? Can you hear me?
I think she's muted.
I know. Yes. Olivia, are you calling from a computer? Yes.
No, from iPad, but I can see your screen.
Okay. Because there are some settings that are only available on the desktop, not on the app. So for this to work, you have to be on the computer. And there's going to be some settings that we have. We're going to go over in a second. Secondly, does everybody have a metronome handy? Raise your hand if you have a metronome around. Any kind of metronome. It could be an app even. If you don't, then you can grab one on your phone. I like Click for iPhone. It doesn't really matter as long, I just like simplicity basically. Okay, so we already tuned, and then here's another thing. I want to check that I can see everything. So basically,
Thank you so much.
you can put your head in the middle, right? And then you make sure that I can see your scroll and your right elbow, right? Because then I can see your left hand and I can see your bow hand as well. So, yeah, you might have to tilt it down a bit, Akila. And Cassie, I'm not sure yet. Let's see. Michael looks good. Lang, I'm not sure yet. Yeah, okay, Amelia, you look good too. And then Cassie, it might be like too far because your hand's kind of out of the frame, right? So see if we can bring the scroll in the frame. Yeah, perfect. And good. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, great. So there's a couple of audio steps I want to go through with you because Zoom is set up for meetings, not really for music, but we can get it as close as we can. So
If we set this yesterday, should
Yeah.
it all still be there?
now's a good time to check, I guess,
Oh.
right?
Oh,
Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna go find the mute button, and then there's a little arrow next to it. And if you click on that arrow, there's something called audio settings. You're not seeing it on my screen, but do you guys all see that?
mm-hmm.
Okay. Yep. So click on audio settings, and then
They do hold.
oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay, so then if you want to see my desktop, it's all right. I'll just do that actually.
It may not show up.
On the iPad, it's not gonna. Wait, who said that?
I did.
Oh, it didn't show up? You don't have it?
Oh no, I can see your screen, but I can't see the. Oh, okay. I can see
I
the
just
settings.
changed it, yeah.
Okay.
So the first thing you're gonna do is look at the input level. So I happen to be using a specific mic, but it should probably just say like your built-in mic, probably, yeah. And then this thing right here is you're gonna play a little bit, and if it's maxing out, you're gonna lower the input volume. So like when I play, it's not too loud. So mine's good. So test it out and see if you're capping out, and then if so, bring the volume down. little low, by the way.
Oh, I thought I muted myself. Sorry about that.
It's totally fine. Now I know your E's low, so make your E a little higher.
Wait.
Okay, the next thing is you want to uncheck the box, automatically adjust microphone volume. We do not want it to do that. So uncheck that. And then click the advanced button. Go in advanced, baby. And then you're going to suppress persistent background noise, disable. Suppress intermittent background noise, disable. And echo cancellation is, I think yours is already on auto. And that's it, actually. Bada bing, bada boom. All right. What else we got here? Okay, that's it, actually. And everybody's pretty much met each other. Millie joined. So the only introduction left is Millie. This is Akila. Oh, Millie. This is, am I even saying your name? I feel like I'm saying it weird. Millie. Just totally.
Yeah, Millie. Like,
Millie. I don't know. I always feel like it's a foreign name or not from, I guess.
well, it is. But it should be said the same way as Millie, M-I-L-L-Y, or M-I-L-L-I-E, so it's fine.
Millie Vanilli.
Yeah, like Millie Vanilli.
So Millie, we have some people for you to meet. Akila used to play violin a little bit. She's totally new here. And also you should meet Michael Anthony, who's in my top left corner. He's got that beautiful professional background because he does this for a living, kind of. He uses Zoom all the time. He's a translator.
Oh, great.
Very nice. Everyone does a good job, so usually that I can boast about. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do lesson 7, which is a recap of some of the stuff, but also an opportunity to teach you guys some new stuff. So I'm going to share that instead, so you can get a little bigger preview. Okay, still getting used to Mac a little bit. It's kind of weird for me. Okay, is that preview good? You guys can see it? And so you don't have to use mine, but I just figured it'd be a little easier if I had it up here. Because I like pointing when I talk. It's the Italian in me, you know. Yay, Electra is here. Okay, 1 second, let me get my spotlight. Okay, good. So, Electra, can you hear me while your audio is setting up? No. Electra, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I'm using my phone. I don't know why my laptop is refusing to connect.
Bummer. All right, so flip your phone so it's horizontal.
Yeah.
And perfect. And then just make sure that I can see your scroll in the frame and your right elbow, okay? We'll get to audio settings later. You can check those out later. Okay, so I hope you guys are excited because I am. You're going to take the next step in your journey here. So, first things first, I want to check your bow grip. So let's just do a little, I just want to like check it. So hold it up to the camera and let me inspect. Okay, so can I see you round the pinky a little bit? You can tap it. And you can use your left hand to take the weight off. And so everybody round their pinky. It's going to be hard. If it's hard to do that, then you should probably let your left hand take some of the weight. Millie, looks pretty good. So my index finger, you want to be on the side of the middle bone, right? Not too close to the tip. Because you want to be able to lean. It's like, so this is the cello bow grip where the fingers are perpendicular to the stick, but the violin is this way. Like if you turned a doorknob to the left, that way. Jenny. Okay. I didn't ask how to say your name. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
All right. So let's see. Olivia looks good. Nilang. I want to see these two, Nilang. The two middle ones, and they're kind of up here. I want them to come over so that the back of the joints is the thing that is touching the stick. So lower, like make your nails, I'll call them, go lower. So instead of it being up here, I want the joints to touch the stick. Lower. So I want you to bring it lower. In fact, you have really long fingers, so I'm going to tell you, yeah, that's good actually. Yeah, I don't need to say it. Okay, good. That looks better. So Akila, I want you to hold the bow with your left hand, let it float a little bit. And then I want you to raise your wrist, because right now it's very below the bow. So I want you to reposition so that your wrist is in line with the bow. Yeah, that's better. And then you might have to cut your pinky nail because it's kind of leaning over. The right spot to be is the top facet or the back one. So you don't want to be forward, right? You want to be in the top facet or the back one, either one. That looks better. But yeah, just bring the pinky instead of that kind of front part, because the pinky is in this lever situation. The thumb is the fulcrum, right? And the pinky is the thing on this side that is on top. So it has to be able to push like a seesaw, and the index finger is the other thing that's on top. Millie, if you could, your fingers are up here, bring them down like that. Yes, oh, that's a lot better. Good, Electra, looks good. Good, Jenny. And Olivia already, we said looks good. Okay, cool. So while we're doing this exercise, I want you to keep an eye on your bow, or whatever you call the internal eye that feels. There is a fancy word for that, but I have kind of forgotten. So think about it, basically, while we're playing. Okay, now, the first thing to talk about is that this is a whole note. Whole note is 4 beats long. So if I have my metronome, and I'm gonna look at number 1 here. This is just it's like sub exercise number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, etc. So what I'm gonna do is play the first 2 measures for you. W stands for whole bow. I want to make it slower. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? And then we repeat it, and then we go to D. Now, if you're like totally you haven't touched the violin in a long time, I'm not going to freak out if you don't use the whole bow. But I recommend that you use it from the absolute frog, the little hair right next to it, all the way to the tip. And actually, the hair goes halfway up the white part on the tip of the bow. So go as far as you can. Okay, let's try it together. I'm going to put a metronome on. Here we go. Number 1 of number 1. 1, and do the repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4. G. 4, 1, 2, 3. Repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Sorry, I forgot to put it on mute. While I have you here, any questions on that? No, pretty simple, right? Okay, good. Okay. So, okay, so something to check over. Now, if you want, you can actually use the camera angle to your advantage, and you can check for a straight bow. So, like, let's say I'm doing D, because D is a little easier, I can actually check if my bridge is at its thinnest, right? So this is an example of the bridge not being at its thinnest, but if I turn a bit, I can see if my bow is actually parallel to the bridge. Right, if I could see that. Whereas on this angle, I might not know. So you can use that to your advantage. All right, so now let's do 1 through 4, and then we'll stop. Okay? The idea is we're just getting you warmed up on the bow. You're gonna check for a straight bow and make sure the bow stays in the middle lane in between the end of the fingerboard and the bridge. So you want to find that sweet spot that sounds good for the speed that we're going at. Here we go from the top with repeats. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Now here's D. 3 and D. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Whoops. Repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. A. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Again. Here's E. guys are gonna do something new, which is fun. You're gonna do double stops. So that's described over here. A double stop is when you play 2 notes at once. Now, at first, you were hitting other strings and cursing. You're like, God, why am I hitting another string? But now you get to do it on purpose. The idea is you have to keep a straight line, a perfectly straight line as you go, or else it's gonna come off one of the strings, okay? So you got lots of time to work on this, meaning, you know, it's kind of slow and we have repeats. So it'll work out as we go. So let's try. First, I'm gonna just try it. So try A and E. Just try to get those 2 things to sound at the same time. Oh, sorry, Olivia, you can't do that. But if you want, you can do D and A for now. Her E string broke. Okay, if you only hear one string, like you only hear A, it means that, you know, the bow is, your verse is too high, right? You're not hitting it. But you're gonna have all these beats to work it out. So let's do 5, 6, and 7. And of course, we're just going down A and E, and then D and A, and then G and D. Okay? Here we go. Number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Repeat. Now here's the next one. D and A. 1, 2, 3, 4. You don't have to press. Just get the angle. Next. G and D. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2. Repeat. 3, 4. 1, 2. Good. How's that going? You guys starting to get a little bit of the double stop itch? I can't unmute you, so yeah. Oh, you are? Oh my God, it worked. It worked. It worked for half of you. Can everybody unmute themselves? And then let me just.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
Wait, let me just try something. I want to unmute you and then see. I want to mute you and see if I can then unmute you because it didn't work yesterday. Mute all. Unmute. Oh my God, it's working except for Olivia. Okay, cool. So how did that go? Success?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounded really bad.
Yeah. I mean, so we're doing a long bow. That's actually a little bit harder. If you went like, you could go like 1, 2, 3, or like. Because that's just a very short angle to keep, so that might be a little bit easier. Okay, let's save some time, guys, and let's go to number 11, and no, forget it. We got a lot to do here. Let's go to 13. So there's a 1 here because that's 1 on G. We'll learn that in a little bit, but it's okay for now. Just put the first finger on the first line on the G string. And then that's warming us up to do another kind of double stop where it's not just open, open, it's 1 on G and open D. And this is really where the word double stop comes from, is you're stopping strings on, you're stopping 2 strings with the finger. But of course it doesn't have to be a finger for it to be considered a double stop. Okay, so let's do, I'll mute you guys
I
here.
have a question.
Yes.
Next to the 1, there is no 1. Does that mean you pull your finger off, or is it continued?
Like on 14?
Well, okay, so 13, the first part of the measure or the second part are the same.
Yeah, they're the same note. A, yeah. 1, 1.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Good. Actually, let me hear you guys try this. Let me hear 1 on G. Let me just hear that one. Sound like this. One on G. A little higher Electra, I think. Okay, good. Now, in order to make this double stop happen, your one can't be touching the D string, right? It's got to create like kind of a channel or a tunnel that is untouched. That sounds good. Let's do it one by one. So, Jianyi, let me hear yours. Let me hear your double stop. It looks good, but I can't hear you for some reason. Electra, let me hear your double stop. Pretty good. That sounds pretty good. Just raise the one to be a bit higher. So it should sound like, actually, I'm not sure what your G sounds like, but the one should sound like this. Sorry. Let's want to get out So in order to get the one in tune, it has to be a lot higher. Maybe the G string's out of tune, but if you want, you can just raise the one. It'll do the same thing. Or you can check your tuning. Okay, let's see, Millie, sorry. Millie. I don't quite hear the D there.
Oh, you want the double?
Yeah, the double stop, yeah. Cool, Akila? Let me hear the A, the one. Yeah, a little higher on the one. Yeah, okay. Now do the double stop again. Good, you got it. Good. And then while you're at it, try to, you're going to have to rebuild this habit, but you're going to want to round it out, the pinky that way.
Yeah, I'm having some difficulty with that. Maybe we can, my finger is just not, it's not rounding. It's
Yeah,
like
bring
the
it
joint is kind
closer.
of collapsing.
I know. Bring it closer into the ring finger. You don't have to reach it out.
Okay.
Casey. Oh, amazing, beautiful. Olivia. I think your violin's out of tune, but my goal is to hear 2 strings at once. So try it again. I'm not hearing 2 strings. I'm not hearing the D. I do hear 2 strings, yes. Okay. Nilang. Good, again. I'm not quite hearing the G string. Yeah, that's pretty good. And then Michael, I already heard you a second ago.
Oh, okay.
It rang out like a bell.
Oh, I didn't mean to, sorry.
No, it's totally fine. So I'm just saying, I think I heard it. Okay, so everybody, let's do from 13 to 18. Okay, okay, here we go. 13. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you don't match, fix it so it does. And repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Now get ready for the double stop. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. You might want to raise your one a little bit if it's not sounding right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Get ready for one on D. Ready? Go. 3, 1, 15. 2, and repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. lost a lot of people on that. Okay, everyone ready for 17? We're on B, which is 1 on A. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. This is a good chance to get really in tune for your double stop coming up. 1. Whistle, repeat. 3, 4. Here we go. Here's the double stop. Ready and. At least I think it was good. Your bows look good. I'll tell you that much. Okay, so, and this comes, by the way, let me just show you the source material for this one, since I have it here. This is pulled directly, and I referenced it there too, out of this book. It's Sevchek, School of Bowing Technique. And it's literally the first thing in the book. And this is something, see this thing right here? This is something that anyone could benefit from doing, no matter their level. It's just really good for practicing your tone. How does it really sound when you're playing? Okay, guys. So now we're gonna talk about dotted half notes. So we know what a half note is, right? Who can tell me what a half note is? Maybe Casey.
A note that's for 2 counts.
Yeah, exactly. So a dot can be added to any value of note. Technically, the definition is that a dot adds, they usually say adds half the value of the note. I feel like that sounds confusing when you hear it, so I've broken it down here like this. In other words, a half note is made up of 2 quarter notes, right? Like you can ignore that for a second. 2 quarter notes. We take one of these quarter notes and we tag it onto the end. That means it's now 3 beats long. So we add that dot and now it's 3 beats long. And when it happens again later, we'll talk about it again later. But you could also just memorize that a dotted half note is 3 beats long. So now here on number 2, we have a 3 beat long note and a 1 beat long note. Now I made this this exercise is pulled from the same book. It's a little bit modified. So the thing is, you have to use up, you spent all this bow on 3 beats, and then you have to use it all up on the quarter note, and that's on purpose. And it's practicing, just using the bow differently. It's not, I was gonna say it's something called bow division, but it's not really that. It's just, you just gotta use it up. So like, for instance, 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's G again. 1, 2, 3. So it's a lot slower. So I'm using up the same amount of bow in a quarter note. Okay, so that's what we're going to practice doing now. So these are just open strings to keep it easy so you can still be warming up and give you any fingers to do. Okay, here we go. Number 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, let me get a metronome actually. Sorry for the false start. I'll keep it the same as before, which happens to be at 58 beats per minute if you are curious. Here we go, number 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Get you ready. So now we're going to do double stops. Okay, second line is double stops. Get ready mentally and physically. If you don't use the whole bow, it's okay. I mean, the original exercise does have you use the whole bow, but I did not want to stress you out. However, if you really want that challenge, like maybe Michael, I don't know, maybe even that might be hard for you, but if you want to do hobo in one beat, you can try it. But for the rest of you, just gonna survive it. Maybe don't use so much bow on the dotted half note. Okay, second line. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Cool. You guys look pretty good. How did that feel? Pretty good? Okay. Good. All right, let's talk about something else that's new for you. 3/4 time. We don't say 3/4. It's not actually a fraction. We say 3/4. 3/4 time. So, sorry, Alexa, do you have a question? I'm not trying to. Oops. Not trying to inhibit you from speaking. All right, so 3/4 time means that this is back to our old definition of what is a time signature. It's the top note, the top number tells you how many of something. So in this case, 3, there are 3. And the bottom number is telling you what kind. So it's representative of the fraction, like of the name of the note, so quarter. So there are 3 quarter notes per measure. And the way we count this is we go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So it's got a different pulse to it. This is totally different than 4/4 time, where your pulse is, so by default, the heaviest natural accent is on the first beat of the measure. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then there's a secondary accent on the third beat when you're in 4/4, which is the only thing we have done so far, by the way. For the people that just did the absolute beginner semester with me. So now in 3/4, pulse is totally different. You can't divide the measure in half. You just go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, at any speed, obviously. Make sense? Okay, good. So let's do number 3. This is just also a little reminder of what's on the D string, in case you haven't picked up your violin in a little bit. Simple, nothing crazy, nothing new. 0, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 0. I considered adding fingers, but I ultimately decided against it. Let me know if that was a bad idea. Okay, here we go. I'll put a metronome on as well. 1, 2, 3, 1. Here we go. Number 3. Ready? I'm just gonna count to 3. Don't expect me to count to 4. I'm only gonna count to 3. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Man, I really should have ended that with another note. Okay. Qian Yi, will you lead the group?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, so count off with 3, and then take it away, and everyone's gonna play with you.
Okay, I'm gonna open my metronome. What's the speed?
Okay, it's 69.
Okay. 69. Alright. Can you hear it?
Good. I'm really sorely missing that last measure there. Give me a sense of finality. Okay, good. And then now we have this dotted half note. It's going to sound the same, except instead of 3 separate quarter notes, you're going to hold it. Let's do number 4. Ready? Same notes. Ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Good. Okay, now number 6 is also super easy if you have been playing. And that's 0, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 0. Nothing crazy. Michael, can you lead this one? And do you have a metronome? And then also you'll have to unmute yourself and at 69. It's not your, I realize it's not your fault. It's just
Okay.
sneaks in.
Muted. 69.
Yeah.
Let me know. Wait a minute.
Perfect.
Is that loud? That's as loud
Yeah,
as.
it's great, yeah. And then just count off with 3 so they know when to start.
Okay. And this is number 6, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Nice, perfect. Okay, so I think we are warmed up. We're good to go. Let's go on to lesson 8. So if you have it, you want to pull it up, you can do that. If not, hang tight. It's still showing, right? I feel like there's something. Yeah, a resume share. Oh, sharing pause. All right. Yes, resume the share. Wait, hold on. Sorry, it looked weird. Okay. All right, so listening. This is slurs. So slurs in violin, very simple concept. It means you play 2 notes on, or 2 or more notes in one bow direction. So the one noted in the box is 2 notes on a down bow. Okay. Now we can do the little warm up here. So we're gonna play number 7, which is some simple notes. We just have an open A at the end. Okay. Let me get my little annotation dot here. All right, guys. So number 7, little set reading for you. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Some people there. Should I make it bigger? Maybe? I saw that I was squinting. Let's see if I can help you with that.
Did you have a metronome on? I couldn't hear a metronome.
I didn't. Is that bad? Should I put one on? No, you know what? I didn't put one on because I was kind of trying to gauge, like,
Oh, okay.
yeah, this is how you guys were doing with it. Is this big enough, guys? Yeah, for sure? What about Chani? Do you think it's big enough? You were squinting at it.
Can we make it even larger?
Make it what?
Larger.
What?
A little larger. I don't know. I have a really small screen.
You know what?
Yeah, that's better. Thank you.
Yeah.
Antoinette,
Yeah.
just in case people don't realize, there's like a little handle so they can actually pull it to the right and they can make the music larger, they can make the screen share larger and then all of the little images smaller, so that if they want to enlarge the music they can just widen the screen share.
That's good to know. Also, you reminded me, I didn't bring up that I hope everyone's on gallery mode. If that's even possible, because I want you to see everybody. Okay, so let's try that again. Number 7. No metronome. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, great. You guys did a lot better that time as a group. Okay, so now we're going to try a slur. I want you guys to do a down bow, and without stopping the bow, I want you to do a D and an E, 0 and a 1. So just go ahead and try that. Nice. And then I'm going to have you, I was happy I heard it. Okay, and then we have the next one. I want you to try this too. Up bow, ED. Without stopping the bow, all in up bow. Try it. So the second measure of 8. Up bow, ED. So just to do an up bow, you have to start near the tip. Yeah. Oh, actually, Akila, let me hear you. Oh, guess I'm gonna be. Woohoo! Success. Let me hear the up bow one. Yep. And that's one thing you have to watch out for is kind of rationing the bow, right? So like if you use up all your bow on the E, then what's gonna happen when you're ready for the D? It doesn't get it. So try to divide it evenly. Or at least be conservative on the first note so you don't run out of bow. Okay? So let's try the first 2 measures. As you can see, I have rests. So we're going to go like this. Rest, rest. Okay? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rest, rest. Rest, rest. Rest, rest. Rest, rest. F sharp, G. Rest, we're through from the end. G, F sharp. Next is A. Rest, rest. Okay, all right. So I'm gonna give a metronome. Let me pick someone. Casey, do you have a metronome?
Yes.
Can you set it to? 54. And then count off with 4 when you're about
Which
to.
number is this, 9 or 10?
Good point. I guess I'm gonna get more clear. Ah, sorry. It's 8. Neither. It's 8.
Oh, it's 8. Oh, okay, I was doing, I don't know, 9 or 10 or 1. I think I was doing 10. Okay.
Sorry, I'm trying to see everyone. Okay, whenever you're ready.
2, 3, 4.
Fourth measure coming up. This is 2, 3. This is 3, 2. AD. Very good, very good. Okay, now let's do it a little faster. I'm gonna pick someone else. Akila. Wait, I already picked on you. Who haven't I picked on? Oh, Electra. I feel like I haven't picked on you. Okay, Electra, set your metronome to. We're gonna do it faster.
Actually, because I'm using my phone. Sorry.
Oh. You don't have a metronome, huh? Do you have a? You don't have a computer?
I do, but I don't have a metronome on it.
Well, Google has one, but I don't want to make them wait. But you should get it. Just type in metronome on Google, and there you go. So let's pick on.
You hear someone's metronome right now.
It's me.
Oh, so can she still hear it and play?
No.
No? Okay.
Well,
Because there's a lag?
yeah, that's an interesting point. I feel like I have tried this in a group setting and it didn't work out well because there's like a little lag. But if you want to try it one time, it's only like a loss of 20 seconds. So let's try it. Let's do it. Are you going to use mine? Michael, you're going to be the authority on whether or not she was on time. Because you're the one I know the best here. That's why. All right, Electra, unmute yourself, and let's do this.
I did bring it up on Google, so I can just use that.
Great. 76. Michael, you're absolved of your duties. I got it from here.
Well, I'd like to say so, but it's not working. I don't know why. It's not playing.
All right, let's try Millie's idea.
Sorry.
Here we go. So it's faster. That's the whole idea. So here we go. Count off with the metronome, and then we'll be the judge. But go through the whole thing regardless. It's faster.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Just rests.
Sorry.
It's okay. Keep going. Keep going. A. Ready? Count them off.
1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry.
Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop.
Is it A, D?
A, D, yeah, and then E, D.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And then E, D, 1, 0. One on, this one is 1 on D. 1 on D. Oh, and then D, open D. 1, 0. Yeah, and then, yeah, right. Okay, cool. So, you rested for about 3 rests in between instead of 2.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll make a video though so you can practice too. Let's go on though to number 9 without rests. Then we'll go slower. Oops. Do you raise your hand if you need numbers on this for like finger numbers right now? Okay, just give me 1 second and I can do that. In fact, in the meantime, Akila, can you set your metronome to
Sure.
66? And can you do number 8 one more time? I'm gonna put in some numbers on number 9.
So I just downloaded the one you said to download, but I am trying to figure out. Oh wait, there we go. Never
There's
mind.
like some intro stuff when you get it.
Yeah, 68.
Um,
Okay.
Yeah, 68, and then start it. You know, just tap it to start it, and then count them off, and then play it.
It's still doing 3/4 time.
It doesn't really matter that much.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And are we doing 9 or 8?
8. I'm just writing in some numbers for 9.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. 1, 2,
Wait,
3.
the metronome going? I don't hear it.
Oh, it's not.
Oh.
Haha. Just kidding. Now, can everyone hear it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let me actually just move it up so I can see it at the same time.
Okay.
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, just 2 beats. Wait. So just 2 beats of rest. So it's gonna be however long you played. D, E, rest, rest, E. Just come right back in.
Okay.
Because that's a half rest worth 2 beats.
Got it.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
You get to rest. Okay. So yeah, there were a couple of rests missing there, but you had the right notes, which is really good. Let's have someone else lead as well, because I think you guys need some work on this. Wait, who did I have do this so far? Electra? I feel like I'm losing my mind. I had you do it, Cassie? Casey?
Sorry, I have to hop off.
Okay.
But it was really nice to meet everyone.
Yeah, you too. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye. Is it time? No, 5 minutes. Okay. Okay, so Casey did it. Channy, can you do it? 9?
Sure, I can do it. Sorry,
66 BPM. I'll put some numbers up here as well.
Okay. Number 8 again.
What?
Number 8.
8, yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I messed up. I muted the wrong person. Because Casey and Channy. Oh, sorry. My bad. Restart, please.
Should I start?
Yeah, restart. Mm-hmm.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Good, that was better. Okay, Neeling, can you do it?
9?
8.
Oh, 8.
Yeah.
Wait, did you just do 8 or 9?
8.
Oh, I did 9. Okay.
All right. Well, that explains why you were done before everybody else.
Okay, yeah. All right. Wait.
Because 8 has rest and 9 doesn't.
On 9. Okay.
Yeah, so 8, the one that has the first red numbers.
What number?
8.
What beats?
Okay, sorry. 66.
Anyone can hear?
Yeah, it's pretty good. Keep it close to the mic.
All right, let me bring it closer. How's that?
It's pretty good.
All right, here we go. Number 8. What is that? All right, here we go. All right.
Count off as well.
What'd you say?
And count off as well.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to start playing in 3, 2, 1.
Pretty good, pretty good. Yeah, the last one's up,
And
down.
my aim was off on those last few.
Yeah, that's pretty good though. All right, so now let's do it without the rests. So there's a trick here. I know that there's a lot of slurs, but because it's 2 slurs per measure, we know that every measure will start on a down bow. Because we go down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay? Here we go. So I didn't note them because you just gotta start getting used to some of the patterns that form, like this one. Here we go. Now we're on 9 finally, right? Here, make it really obvious. 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Up, down at the end. Awesome. Okay, one more time, just for fun. Number 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. You guys look good. Just want to say, Olivia, I'm sorry that I think your violin was probably out of tune the whole time. I'm sorry I didn't get to help you with that. But we'll have to contact me and we'll figure out how to replace your E string and stuff. Okay?
Yeah, okay.
All right. Okay, cool. So if you guys want to hang out, you're welcome to. I'm going to get started on the next class, which is going to be a lot more complicated than this, actually. And also some of the setup stuff. But Melissa was there yesterday, but the new lady was not. Assuming it's a lady, because her name ends in A, the name. But I have not met this person yet, so I guess I have been blindsided. Yes, okay.
We just
I haven't
stay
blindsided in the past.
for the next class.
What?
Do we just stay in the same room for the next class?
Yeah, it's the same. Yeah. Simplicity is my motto, I like to say. Okay. All right, guys, so you're leaving. Bye, Electra. Good seeing you. Wait, let me unmute everyone so I can get some. Ah!
Class.
Yes, you're so welcome. See you soon. Have fun practicing, and if I see you on Saturday, then looking forward to it.
Sounds good. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Okay. So, who we got here? All right. So first, I must know how to say your name.
Akua.
Say it again?
Akua.
Akua.
Yeah.
So no U, no Akua.
No, it's like K-O-O, like Akua.
Akua. Okay, cool. I will do my best to remember that. Akua. I'm pretty big on pronunciation. Michael, of course, wouldn't know that, as he has a very easy name. Hay knows all about it. I practiced her name for months. Weeks, maybe. I don't know. Okay, cool. So, hello everybody. I'm gonna spend a few minutes on the setup. So sorry, Melissa, and Michael and Neeling, but I do want to make sure that you guys are properly set up. Though I guess it would be more important to introduce everybody. So there are some more people that you guys haven't met, so if you could unmute yourselves, that'd be awesome. Okay, cool. So why don't you, everybody, because actually you guys are quite a mixed group right now. So I want you to give a hello, and then I want you to, I guess I have to point you out because otherwise you could all do the worst imaginable crime and all talk at once. So Michael, so why don't you say your name and your experience with the violin. So let's start with Michael because he's on my top left.
Oh, okay. Michael Anthony. Let's see. I started studying with Antoinette a year ago, April.
Cool.
Except for a month off for when I gashed my finger open. Other than that, yeah, I've been working since then.
Oh. Okay, let's go with Milang next. He's under him.
I took a few classes here and there for the last year and a half or whatever, but haven't been consistent. So now I'm trying to reverse that.
Nice. Okay, let's go with Qian Yi.
Hello everyone, Ken Yi Zhao. I started early this year, so a couple months in violin. I used to play the piano.
I missed the last part.
I used to play the piano.
Oh, yes.
I'm still playing the piano. I can play the piano.
Well, we know your true love now lives in the string family.
I mean, still, piano is a lot easier, I guess.
Second love, yeah. Okay, let's go with Melissa.
So I started maybe 2 years ago inconsistently, and I joined in January with Antoinette.
Nice. Okay, and let's go with Akua.
I have been playing since January. I've been taking like lessons like once a week. I'm not good though.
That's okay, we're all learning here. I mean, the students are learning. I mean, I think everybody's learning. I'm learning my own things, I guess, whatever those may be. Okay, cool. Hey.
So I started taking classes here last semester, and I played a little violin when I was very little, but then I stopped for forever, and then so I'm just picking it up.
But there was a period in between where you were just playing by yourself, I think, right?
Yeah. Well, I tried to join like community orchestras in New York, but they were too advanced for me.
Yeah.
So, right.
Yeah, a lot of times those community orchestras, they expect that you played through your whole childhood. You have like at least 15 years under your belt. You
Right.
pick up anything and read it. It's like had this naturalness to it, kind of. Yeah. Okay, Rocio, tell us your name and the one I just said, and like how long you've been playing, I guess.
So my name is Rocio, and I started playing on 2016 back in Argentina. I played for half a year and then stopped until last fall when I started with Antoinette, and I've been playing since then, and I couldn't be happier.
Oh, awesome. Cool. Okay, well, I guess maybe that's everyone that's coming. So what I want to do is just do a quick check on the setup. So again, sorry if this is repetitive for those of you who did this before, but I want to do it. So the first thing is raise your hand if you're calling from a computer. Okay, great. And then the second thing is raise your hand if you have a metronome handy. Okay, great. And then raise your hand if you've already tuned your violin today, like before class. Okay.
Right.
Rocio, oh, you're tuning now, okay. And then I want to check your settings. So I want you to go to the audio settings. They're found near the mute button. There's a little arrow. So click on the arrow and then go to audio settings. It's only available on desktop, not on the app. That's why I checked that. And then it should open up the audio settings. In fact, I'm going to share my screen. Okay, so I want you to check your microphone input level. So what you're going to do is you're going to play something, and then you're going to see if it's too much, too overbearing. So mine's like kind of loud. I'm actually going to lower it slightly, maybe. that should be pretty good. Okay, so I want you guys to check the same thing and lower it or raise it as needed, okay? Okay, cool. The next thing I want you to do is to uncheck the automatically adjust microphone volume. Uncheck that. Okay, and then go to advanced. And then for suppress persistent background noise, disable that. And suppress intermittent background noise, disable that. And then echo cancellation is auto. And that's it on that. And then I just want to check your setup in terms of me seeing you. So what I want is you can put your head in the middle of the frame. And then I want to see your scroll so that I can definitely see your left hand. So if I can't see the scroll, it means you're too close. You got to back up a little bit. Or back up from the device or back, either way. So like, hey, your hand, yeah, exactly. Like back it up or move it a little bit. That's fine too. And then ideally, I want to see your right elbow. This way I can check out your bow hand, if possible. Yeah, that's good. And then you're going to point, in terms of like where you're going to point the scroll, I think it's pretty nice if you go just to the left of the camera, because then it's just a nice like front view. Okay, and then Akua, if you could like tilt it down a little bit, then I could see your bow hand a little bit better. Looks good. Yeah. Yeah, that's better. Yeah. Okay, cool. Shenyi, let me see your setup again. Not sure. Okay, yeah, you're good. You're good. Looking good. Looking good. All right, so let's get on to learning. So I have made this sheet for you. Let me do a new share here. Okay, so I gave you actually a bunch of downloads on that page. Sorry if it was like overwhelming, but I wanted you to have whatever resource you needed. So this whole like fingerboard thing, I'm not going to go over it now because we're going to learn it one by one, but if you want to refer to it, some people find this handy, and if you're one of those people, then you can use this. Some people don't like it. I don't know. Everyone's different. If you want to drill them, you can do this, and you can fill it in on your, print it or fill it on your computer. We're going to start here. So, the chromatic scale. What in the world is that? Chromatic means moving in half steps. Okay? So basically, because a half step is the smallest interval between notes, if we do every note on a half step, we will have done all of the notes. So I'm going to show you on a piano. Piano is really good for learning notes because it's just all the notes laid out, rolled out. So like, for instance, we have G here. And then, so if you ignore the bottom of the keyboard, like for example, if I just go like, if I get it out of the screen, and now you see a series of white and black notes that touch each other. So if I go, if I go G sharp, oh, that wasn't exactly what I wanted, you can see that there is no note in between. That by definition makes that a half step between G and G sharp. If I go G sharp, I have to look at it better. Let me just get in frame. If I do G sharp to A, that's another half step. It's not in this page, but 2 half steps is a whole step, which you will need to know later, but not for this one. Okay, so sharp always means a half a step higher. Sharp is always high. If I say you're too sharp, it means you're too high. Flat is always a half step lower. What is a half step? Well, it's the next note down on the keyboard, the piano keyboard, or the next finger that's touching on the violin. So on the violin, when we have a half step, they touch. So if we go F sharp G, right? There's no space in between. Not so on the cello. There's a big old space in between because it's a really big instrument. Okay. There's going to be some terms that some of you... Actually, let me think for a second. I think all of you know these, like when we say high two, low two. I think you all know that by now. Okay, so first thing I want to do is I want to practice the finger pattern that we're going to use for this. Because even though I want you to know the notes, I want you to play them correctly. I want you to use the right fingers to play them. So what we're going to do is, this is no bow on this drill. It's a silent drill. I don't have any tape on my fingerboard, but I think that's going to be fine. So for going up, we're going to be doing this one right now, the going up one. Like, let me just get actually closer in. Oops. Oh yeah, look how close that is. Okay, so we're on this going up here. So I'm going to start with 0, which is no fingers, easy. Okay, oh, it doesn't go down more. Okay, so 0, and then we have low 1, 1. So don't play it, just use your fingers. 0, low 1, 1, and then we have low 2, high 2. Then we have 3, high 3. And then we have 4. So, Channy, I cannot see your hand. Can you back up a little bit? Thank you. Yeah, you can, if you want to just like shift, it's fine too. Okay, so let's do it again going up. So ready? 0, low 1, 1, low 2, high 2, 3, high 3, 4. Okay? Now let's go down. 4 is the same. 4, low 4, which is where high 3 just was. 3, which is on the tape. 2 on the tape. What's high 2? Low 2, 1, 1, 0. Very good. Now what I want to do is I want to not say low 2, high. I don't want to say high or low. I just want to say the number. Why does this matter? Well, because you have a lot to think about when you're playing violin, and we need to simplify it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say the numbers, and you're going to move your fingers. When there's a dash, it means you're sliding your finger. Okay, dash also means shifting, but we're not really shifting, but we are moving the finger. Okay, so here we go. Ready? G string. 0, 1, 1. 2, 2, 3, 3, 4. 4, 4. 3, 2. Sorry. Oh, sorry. Can we go from 4? 4, 4. 3, 2, 2, 1, 1, 0. From the top. 0, 1, 1. 2, 2, 3, 3, 4. 4, 4, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1, 0. Good. So I was thinking of another string, which was bad. Okay. Now we are going to be playing each note, and we're going to say out loud the letter as we do this. Here we go. I think I like standing here. It just kind of looks nice here. All right, so G. Just say G. Now, low 1 for G sharp. 1 for A. Okay, let's wait. Someone has an issue. Let's go again to the beginning. Well, that's weird. No one's on mute, but I didn't hear anyone. How weird.
Yeah, that was me.
No, it's not just you. Everyone's off. Sharing is paused. Bring your shared window to the front.
I was on mute. I'm unmuted now.
There are some funky things going on with this. I swear it. Okay.
Oh. Hello?
Yeah. Wait. What? You lose me?
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, guys. Technical. I kind of want to hear. I wish so much that I could hear you during this, but I'm gonna mute you. Okay, here we go. From G, right? I want you to go. There we go. Okay. G. G sharp. A. low 2 does A sharp. High 2 for B. 3 for C. C sharp is high 3. 4 is D. Okay, let's go down. D. D flat is low 4. 3 is C. 2 is B. Low 2, B flat. A. A flat. G. Good, so we're gonna do it again. I'm not gonna say the finger numbers, and I want everyone to be saying the letter out loud. Okay? Here we go. No one can hear you. It's totally fine. Say it with me. Ready? G. G sharp. A. A sharp. B. C. C sharp. D. D again. D flat. I hope you're all saying the letters C. B. B flat. A. A flat. G. Okay, now you guys look like you were doing fine, but I honestly I didn't see many, or I want to say any people saying it out loud. So raise your hand if you said it out loud that last time.
Not out loud, but
Unbelievable.
I said it.
Well,
I didn't do the flats because I had to think about it.
well, and that's kind of, yeah, that's kind of part of the thing. Okay, so let's have Versio. Can you lead the group and do what I just did? Say it and play it slowly.
All right.
Okay, actually, I'm gonna mute them, but it might mute you, so get ready to unmute yourself. Ready? Okay. Wait, oh, oops, oh, I did it wrong, Mute all, and good. It's good. I hear you.
Okay.
I hear your subconscious thoughts. That's how I knew you were going.
G. G sharp. A. A sharp. B. D. C sharp. D. D. D flat. E. B. B flat.
We're good to say them, guys.
A flat. G.
Very nice, very nice. Okay, so now let's do the D string. The finger pattern is a little bit different. Basically, on the way going up, it's the same, but on the way going down, there's something special that happens. So let's do up on D. Ready? Here's D fingers only, no bow. 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4. 4, 4, 3. Now 3 is on the tape. And then for the next 3, you're going to actually go onto the second tape. So you could call it a low 3. I'm going to call it that, in fact. And then 2, that's a low 2. 1, 1, 0. Let's do it again. 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4. 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 1, 1, 0. The reason we have to do that 3, you'll see why in a second. I'll tell you why in a second. Okay, so here we are on the D string. Now going up will be kind of easy. I mean, the whole thing's not super hard. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna play, and we're gonna do the same thing. Say and play it. D, D sharp, E, F, sharp, A. A again. A flat, G. Now G flat goes where F sharp was before. That's the second tape. G flat, and then F, E, E flat, D. So the reason why we need to put our 3 down there, first of all, same letter, same finger. Same letter, same finger. G, G, 3, 3. Not only will that help you play faster, but when you're in a key signature that has G flat, you have so many other flats going on that you need the 3rd finger for the G, because you would have an E flat, and you would have an F, and you would have a G flat, and you would have an A flat. So what else are you going to do? I mean, you have to use the 3rd finger, basically, based on the other circumstances that are likely to happen. Now, it is a little bit flexible. I mean, you could play with a 2, but for the purpose of this exercise, I don't want you to, because it's more rare to actually play that with a 2. That's why. So we're going to go with like the more applicable thing. I'm not going to get to it for a little while, but it's still good to be able to do. And that's called a substitute finger when we do that as well. So, you know. Okay, so let's see. Melissa, I'll pick on you because you were there yesterday. Do you think you can lead the group and do what I just did?
Sure.
Okay. It's nice and slow.
All right.
So remember to say them out loud, everyone.
Okay. All right. D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A.
Good. And let me pause you there. Hold, freeze. Now is a great time to check your A, so check your 4 with your open A. That's good to see. So you can see if you're on track, and if you're not, you can fix it. But
Okay.
ready? Keep going.
From the high A. So A flat, G, G flat, F, E, E flat, D.
Beautiful, and also in tune. Both you and Rosie both played in tune. That was awesome. So I'll give you little tips here and there as to how to start playing without tape, because some of you still have tape and you don't want to have tape anymore. And I'll give you little hints. Another hint is when you're on the 3rd finger, you should check it with the lower octave. So like when you went A, and you checked your open, and then you did A flat, another good chance is on G, with open G. It's not the same pitch, but it's the same letter, which means it's gonna sound the same, basically. I can tell you more about that later if you want. Okay, so you guys look like you did really good with that. And you know what's cool about being at this level is you've played enough notes that learning a few extra sharps and flats isn't a big deal. So we can just move right on. Whereas like if you were just starting, you'd be like, oh my God, there's so many notes. What am I gonna do? That's what's cool. All right, so we're gonna do number 6. Let's practice the pattern for the A string. Here, you're gonna look here. No bow. It's actually the same pattern as the D, but let's just run through the finger pattern anyway. Okay? No bow. 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4. 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 1, 1, 0. Very good. It's easy to not go low enough on that kind of low 3, so just kind of keep an eye out for that when you're practicing this. All right, and from A. Ready? Say it with me. A sharp, B, C, C sharp, D, or you could check that if you wanted, D sharp, E. everyone to check their open E. So you're in tune. Oh, keep the 4 there though. Okay, so here we're gonna go down E, E flat, D, Sam, D flat, C, B, B flat, A. Good. If you're someone who normally doesn't look at the music, make sure you do look at the music. Okay, Chiani, you're up. Getting picked on again. In a new class, though. Okay, so take it away.
A sharp, B, C, D sharp, B,
There. Wait, don't forget. You stop saying them. The E, E flat,
B, B flat, C, B, B flat.
Good, let's do that again. In fact, Ekua, I know that you didn't finish with us, but can you do it anyway? This way I can help you.
I don't know where I got lost.
You said what, you're lost?
I said I don't know where I got lost. Okay.
Oh, it's okay. Well, you do it, lead, and then I'll know.
Oh, I don't want to leave.
No, it's okay. It's okay. You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
All right.
All right. So just remember to say the letter.
A.
Yep.
A sharp. B. C. D sharp. D. D sharp. E. As E. E flat. D. D flat. C. B. B flat. A.
Yeah, you had nothing to be scared of. You sound good. Okay, guys, so next is the E string. It's a slightly different string. So I don't know if I directly said this, but the D string and the A string are the exact same pattern in terms of finger pattern and in terms of sharps and flats, the way you say them, where they go. The E string is a little bit different. Also, G is a little bit different. So I'm also going to teach you a slightly new fingering as well. So first we're going to practice the finger pattern. Do it with me, no bow. So the way up is actually the same. 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4. And then we have 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2. That's a substitute finger. 2's on the first tape. 1, 0. That's the tricky part. People always get tripped up on the G flat. Let's do it again from the 4. Let's go from 4, from B. So, no bow. So 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2. 2's on the first tape now. 1, this is low 1, and 0. Okay? All right, let's go. Let's play this. Here we go. E, F, low 1, F sharp, regular 1, G, G sharp side 2, A sharp, B, B, B flat, A flat, that's kind of a common one. G is low 2, but touches. Now G flat, put the 2 on the first line. That's the same sound as F sharp. And then F, and then E. Okay, that's the trickiest spot of all. Not too bad, but still a bit tricky. Michael, can you do this one? Oh, you have to unmute yourself.
There we go.
Not too fast.
E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp, B, B, B flat, A flat, G, G flat, F, E.
Good. And then just a point of note, so I just want to say something again about this G flat. If you did a 1, I wouldn't stop you. In fact, on my old sheet, I had a 1. But everybody wanted to do a 2, understandably, because same finger, same letter. Same letter, same finger, same thing. So I'm not going to stop you if you did a 1, but I just think it's kind of a little easier. Now that you've been playing violin long enough to not get confused by putting a 2 on the 1 tape, if you're fine, I'm fine. It's a little better to do 2, so that's why I have it. Okay. All right, so now at home you're gonna repeat these lines. Actually, maybe I see. So your homework is to do number 10. Oh, I spelled that wrong. Sorry about that. But you're going to repeat these lines. You're just going to do the main exercise of it until you can say it and play it without stopping. I used to have BPMs associated with it, but I did change this around a little bit. Just get comfortable.
What's the BPM?
Beats per minute.
Oh.
Like on the metronome, BPM.
Oh, okay.
So your goal is to get comfortable with that up and down, and then I'll take you to the next step next time. Okay? Good. So, anybody have any questions on the E string or feel like you want to do it one more time? You good? Okay, cool. All right, so we're going to go to the next thing. We're going to start speeding up. Look at all these notes. We're going to start speeding you up. So, there's a guy. His name's Shrediak. And he did a few books. I'm trying to get the originals right to you. He did a few books. So these yellow books are pretty common in classical music. They're not all the same. I used to, when I was younger, I thought like they were all one in the same book, but they're not. And it's just the same publisher. So this is our guy, Shrediak, School of Violin Technics. It says that on your page. Oh, I just realized something. This page isn't exactly the same as yours, but it's very, 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 very similar. Technics means technique. Violin technique. So we're getting some technique under our fingers. It says, Book 1, exercise for promoting dexterity in the various positions. We are currently doing first position. Later on, he goes on to do other positions. And then this one is exercises on one string, which means you must do a 4. You have to do 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay? Now he has a tip. I hope it's on this sheet. Okay. It says the pupil should be careful in all the exercises to keep the hand perfectly quiet, letting the fingers fall strongly and raising them with elasticity. So basically, what does that mean? It means no flying fingers. It means don't have this shape where you have like this kind of this triangle thing where like, let's say you're all super heavy balanced on the first finger and you go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then your pinky is like straight. We don't want that. So I don't think, most of you are not doing that. So the solution to this is to bring this knuckle in closer to the neck so we can have a rounded pinky. If your pinky is rounded, if all the knuckles are bent, if one is, that's locked, or totally straight, I mean, I guess you'd be totally straight, that would be locked too. So you want a bend in every knuckle. Now, we all have different size hands and pretty much the same size violin. So in someone with a bigger hand or longer fingers, There might be more of a bend and you might have less of a bend. That's okay. My general advice to you is to orient yourself around the fourth finger. So in fact, I want everyone to put 3 and 4 down. Or actually just put 4 down. And just let go of everything else. And let yourself orient around 4. Then put 3 down. Then put high 2 down. Then reach back for 1. This is more ideal because now the tension is spread out on your hand as opposed to only on one like it was before. And if you want to practice that feeling, you can just do like 4-3. If that feels new to you. Okay. All right, cool. So that being said, we're going to start number 1. We are not going to do this big old slur, but we are going to work up to it. So we're going to start with detached bowing, or détaché, which means not slurred. That's all it means. And I'm gonna set a beat here. So I'm gonna have it click for an 8th note.
What are we doing?
Number 1. Is it not sharing?
What?
I've been pointing all this time for nothing. There's something up with the sharing, I swear to God. So I was pointing at, you guys understood what I was saying though? That's good.
Oh.
Sorry. I thought you were looking at this the whole time. If that ever happens, just stop me immediately. Like, what are you pointing? What are you talking about? All right, so we're gonna start with number 1. And that's why I was saying this is in, it says it's on 1 string, which means we have to do a 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1, right? Okay. And this is clicking for an 8th note, so in terms of how it lines up, it's gonna go. Okay, and I want to do this with repeat. Okay, with repeat. Let's go from the top, obviously. 3E and 4E and. One thing I want you to notice is that, so when you're playing this in an ideal world, ideal playing situation, your pinky, you have your frame down. Frame is 1 to 4. Frame is 1 to 4. So if you're not using the pinky, it should just be hovering slightly over the string. And that's what it means when it says that when at the bottom where it says, keep the hand perfectly quiet, letting the fingers fall strongly. Da, 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 right? So you're not going like, right, that wouldn't be a quiet hand. We want a quiet hand. The more you can hover 4 over its exact spot on the A string, the faster you will be able to play. You might have to practice it a little bit to get the hand position. I think I didn't do the repeat, right? I was trying to watch you guys and I didn't keep track. So let's do it one more time. Number 1, same thing as we just did. 3E and 4E and. Good, so hey, I see your pinky's really going out there when you're off of it. So try your best to really keep, if nothing else, keep the pinky hovering over the fingerboard. If you can't get it over the A string, anywhere over the black. Okay? Let's do number 2, guys. Chunk, in your mind, you gotta chunk these in groups of 4, or else you'll never survive. Okay, groups of 4. 3, can you see it okay? You want me to make it bigger? Okay. I don't know how I'm going to, but I'll figure out a way. What? That's not how I make it bigger, but I don't know. Huh. This is humongous. Can you see it? I'm going blind just looking at how big it is. All right, here we go. Number 2. 3, and this time I am gonna do the repeat. It's not really showing, but it's there. There, you can kind of see it. No, you can't see it, but it's there, right? Oh, maybe you can see it and I can't see it. Number 2, 3E and 4E and. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Number 2. 3E and 4E and. You ready to repeat? A, B. Good. So I want to hear what you guys are sounding like because I just can't tell. Hey, let me see you. And the metronome is at 60, and that's clicking for an 8th note.
Okay. Oh, should I do my metronome?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Just so that we can all be playing it together. And we can make you guys faster and faster, and we'll be able to prove it basically. Or there's a set way to get there.
Oh, can you hear it?
Yeah.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Don't rush.
Okay. Okay, start again. Sorry.
Yeah, and then this one you don't have to do a slur yet.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, so that one was a little slow.
Okay.
And the second time around it was closer. Tiny bit slow. But that's good. All right, so let's do number 3. Ready? 3, 1, no. 3E and 4E and. Good. And now let's do it with I want to slur 4 to a bow. So you're gonna slur one of these each of these groups of 4. You're gonna go down, up, right? Okay. Here we go. Let's do it together. 3E and 4E and. Good, I think. You guys do okay on that one? Give me a thumbs up if you did it right. Okay. I feel like we lost someone. Cool, probably. I was at the wrong class. Alright. Wait, sorry, do that again. I want to see a survey. If you got it correct, raise your hand. If you got it correct, raise your hand. 70%. Alright, let's do it one more time. And let's have someone lead. Michael, can you lead? The metronome is at 60, and that's clicking for an 8th note. And you'll also have to come off mute. Did I not pick on someone? I feel like Neela I haven't picked on very much. Mike, you're on mute, Michael.
Okay. Oh wait, we're breaking this. It's 1, 2, 3.
So it's 1E on the first click and on the second.
Oh, okay. 4E and oh, sorry. One more time. 1, 2. 4E and
Okay, good. So the notes were correct, but it was faster than the beat.
yeah.
Okay. All right, let's go to number 4. Same thing. If you're cool with the notes, let's slur 4 to a bow still. Ready? Number 4. 3E and 4E and. Cool, that was good. Everyone did fine? Okay, let's go to 5. Ready? 3E and 4E and. Whoops. Sorry. I did A to a bow. My bad. 3E and 4E, number 5. Number 6. Try to get your pinky in tune. Repeat. You can do it. Hang in there. Yay, you survived. Okay, good. And then one little tip I have for you on that is when you're doing that 4, you might want to aim for the outer edge of your pinky. Okay, so now, Michael, I don't know if this applies to you. If you have a really big hand, you might not do that. That's fine. But one thing I learned when I was learning cello, which is really big, is that in order to get, and I'm kind of glad that I picked that instrument because it requires such a wide reach. And in order to get that, you have to be kind of in the back corner of 1, and on this corner of 4, which is very applicable to violin, because if you have 4 here, if you aim for the outer corner, then you just reach back on 1, right? Now, if you're like that and you're on the inner corner and that's working for you, that's totally fine. Or if you're in the middle of the finger and that's working for you, the pinky, that's totally fine too. I'm just telling you what has helped me to get the widest reach possible. So if that helps you, then go for that. It also, I think, helps to get it in tune, is to find the spot that you like on the pinky and then aim for the spot on the pinky every time. So if you're aiming for that outer corner, you're aiming outer corner, and it helps you to get it in tune, as opposed to just hoping and praying that you're going to get that little spot on the fingerboard. So let's do number 7. Yeah, number 7, and you can think with that on the pinky for that, okay? Hope we had enough time for your pinky to relax a little bit. Here we go. 7, 2, 3, E and 4, E and again. Eight, ready? Okay, good. So I want to see how you guys are doing. My pinky, I'm a little sore here. So I need someone to play this for the group. Am I forgetting anyone? Rocio, let's go back to the first person that we had. Okay, so metronome is still at 60, and that's clicking for an 8th note.
I'm not doing the slurs. That's okay.
What? What?
I'm not doing the slurs. Is that okay?
Yeah, totally fine, totally fine.
Okay. Can you hear it?
Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh. Good. Yeah, that was good. We were on 8? I thought we were on 8. Does anyone know? I thought I had scrolled up. That's why I got confused because I broke my system. So we were on 7. We were on 8? Yeah, okay, good. Let me just do that. Cool. So can you do it one more time?
Yeah.
Okay.
So only 8 and repeat or without repeat?
No, repeat. We just did it.
2, 3, 4.
Good. It's okay. I needed to know where you guys are at because I have no idea. Like, as far as I can tell, you could be playing all the wrong notes. You know, you could be totally out of tune. I have no idea at all. I only know, at this moment, I only know if you're playing or if you're not playing. This is like all I know. So I do need to check in. Okay, so let's give you a little break by doing number 9 because that's pretty easy. Here we go. Number 9. And 3E and 4E and repeat. Cool. Okay. Let's see if I made it to my little bracket. Yes, we made it. Oh, it's not on this paper. All right. Fine. Cool. Just want to check in with you guys. Do you have any? See, you're all still muted, even though I said unmute. So you can unmute yourselves, and I'm curious. you have any questions, how you're doing with these, because I can't hear all of you at the same time. How's it go? How is it going on the Shadiac exercises?
It's good. It's just hard to reach finger 4.
Yeah, I know what you mean. One thing you can do is actually, so there's this really nice PDF for sale. It's called Fourth Finger Fitness, and this lady named Heather Broadbent made it. I actually made kind of a modified version, which maybe I could send out if you want. Because I read this article once that described how four isn't a natural position, whereas like low 4 is a lot more comfortable. So I made some exercises where you start on low 4 and then you go to 4 and then you go to extended 4, which is half a step beyond. Because sometimes when you go past, it makes 4 seem like not such a bad guy.
Yeah.
And that comes up later in this book as well. So if you don't want to go into that whole mess, you can just kind of do 3-4, or you can even do 4-3. And you can even let go of the rest of the fingers. This way you're practicing kind of balancing, shifting the balance or the pull, tug, or the tension to 3 and 4. This way your 4 has room to round, because if you're based on 1, it's not going to have any room. You have to,
Right. Okay.
I don't know, hopefully that's helpful.
I don't know if I haven't played for a long time, or I'm pressing the strings too hard. I feel the hurt
It hurts? Which one?
on each of the finger.
It's like it just feels sore?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, welcome to the world of violin. So basically, you just gotta, you have to play more. I mean, we don't get calluses like a guitarist would get them, because our strings aren't nearly as thick. But, I mean, obviously, if you pass your threshold for the day, you can't really force yourself to keep going like today. But keep practicing, and you just gotta build up calluses again. Sorry you're in pain. Any other questions, comments, successes, wins? All right. Very well. So, yes. Oh, sorry. We had a mute fight. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. For what is that? A. So for the A, when I play the open A,
yeah,
fine. But when I put the pinky down on the 4th tape,
yeah,
press it down, I usually get that that sort of muted crunch sound.
Let me hear.
It sort of strains. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong, or if it's with the string or with the bow, or some combination. I'm
Let me
not
hear
doing
it.
something wrong, but have you encountered that before? And if you have, how have you solved it?
Well, let me hear what's going on so I can tell you the exact reason.
Well, it doesn't always happen. It might be fine now. So here it is with nothing. Then when I put it down, yeah, can you hear that?
Yeah.
I don't know if that can you sense that.
Yeah.
It just feels when I run the bow across it, there's a lot more friction than there is otherwise when I have the pinky down on the 4th tape.
Oh, I got you. Well, the reason for that is because the string is shorter. It's not half as, it's almost half as short, because before it was vibrating freely from the nut to the bridge, and now you got your pinky inhibiting that, and now it's only vibrating from your pinky to the bridge. So you have to press down pretty hard with 4.
Down harder. Maybe I'm not pressing down harder.
It's possible.
I don't think I was pressing down hard enough.
Got it.
Because it doesn't sound as loud and mellifluous as it was.
Yeah, the open string, I mean, nothing's going to match that except for the ringing tones, which we were kind of talking about earlier when we said like 4, 3. So there are some tones that are going to really ring out, and there are some that not as much. And since there's no open B string, there's nothing for it to vibrate sympathetically with. So, you know, you just gotta, I mean, I'm glad we solved the problem, which was that it just wasn't being held on hard enough. Unfortunately, E is like the thinnest string, and the pinky is the weakest finger, you know, but, this is the hand we've been dealt. Okay, any other questions? Comments? Okay, cool. So what I'm gonna do is, when this video is finished downloading, or sometime soon, I'll upload it onto the same page. Were you guys all able to find the page? Okay, sorry that it was so last minute, but now it's up and everything. So, good, I'm glad you were able to find that. I'll put this video up there, and I will either supplement or replace it out with a practice video so you can just play to me. So you don't have to listen through the whole class. Also, I don't know if any of you are embarrassed that it's going up. I mean, you shouldn't be, but I don't know how you feel about it, and I don't want you to have to think about it, so I'm thinking I'll just replace it out. Okay, well, great seeing you guys. Anyone working on anything fun? Any fun songs? Oh my gosh, Rocio, I never got to listen to the thing. I want to listen to it now. How does that sound?
Yeah, that was great.
I was so busy, I think, when I came. I didn't look at it, and then I forgot. Let's look at it. What's it called? Violin Practice. Yay! Featuring Melissa. Hey, wait, it's just a photo. Wait, oh. What? Hold on, I'm confused. There it is. Oh, that's 2 Melissas, 2 Hayes.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I like that you did 2 of you. That's good. It really fills it out. Do you have a metronome or anything?
So I started the video and I was listening to your video.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's perfect, yeah. You get the benefit of not having to hear the click in the video.
It was helpful having the clicks.
Yeah. So I'm just looking. Did anyone get to do the solo?
We all did it.
Started.
You already did, or is coming?
It's coming.
Okay. Ooh, that's good. I like that you saved that for the last round. Yay! That's awesome. Can I post that?
Sure.
I have all three of you here, so I figured I'd just ask you. Rusty, are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay, great. I'll try to remember to post that.
I mean, it has mistakes, but it's a learning class.
Honestly, like as it went on, it got better and better. And like the last round was like perfect. It was so like I felt like that could be at a fiddle jam. It was like sounded awesome.
I have to jump off. But nice to meet everybody, and I'll see you Saturday.
Okay, awesome.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye. All right, guys. Well, good job. Thanks for coming. If you want to do a little show and tell at the end of the next class, I don't have anything right after, so it's fine by me. All right. Well, I'm gonna head out. You guys can keep hanging out if you want.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Later.
Thanks, Antoinette.
Yeah, you're welcome. Bye.